Hi, I'm Sarah Bell Wells, and I want to tell you a story about the time. I've posted a little bit of videos about this, but here's a whole version of the time I almost cut off my thumb. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, you can see it there, scar. So I cut it down here, and they had to operate all the way up here to fix it. See right here? It looks like a Z. So I'm gonna tell you a funny story about that. All right. So I was 14 years old. I was being dumb. I admit it, I was dumb. Luckily, I wasn't worse than what it was. So, people had mostly home phones. Um, no cell phones around there. That's important to the story at that time. I was trying to make some clothes for my dolls. And I had some fabric, and I decided I couldn't find scissors. So I decided to use a big, fat butcher knife, like the one you see on Friday the 13th or something. And so I put it in my hand. Kind of hard to hold this and that too. And was pushing it through, and it wouldn't go through. So I did this. Closed my eyes, and I pushed as hard as I could. I did hear a rip sound. So I was like, oh, good. I finally did it. But I looking at the fabric. No rip. Ever watched one of those cartoons where somebody gets cut or hurt, but they don't realize it till they see it? That is totally true. That's what exactly happened to me. I didn't feel nothing at all. I felt something wet in my hand. I was like, I know I felt a rip. And then I looked at my hand to see where that what stuff was coming from. That's what I noticed. I had almost cut off my thumb. The doctor said, just one more inch or whatever, poop, it would have been gone. So I dropped the knife, and I told my mom. So my mom had me, put it underneath the water. That's what you do when you cut yourself. Put it underneath the water, but it wouldn't stop bleeding. So I started feeling, really like I was gonna pass out, nauseated, and I think my mom said I would look very white. The color's draining from your face. And so my mom, we didn't think to leave a note for my brother. So my brother came home for school, and I'll tell you what he said later. All right, so my mom put me in the car, and with my sister, we were the ones who were home at that time. And so she was driving me to the hospital, and she was like, I guess there was a lot of traffic. I really don't remember because I'm back there, feel like I'm about ready to pass out. I mean, I feel like I'm going to throw up, pass out, both. It was a sickening feeling, definitely, as I was losing a lot of blood. Of course, we put pressure on it and all that. So my mom's thinking, get out of my way! Get out of my way! Don't you see that my daughter's bleeding to death? So, anyway, so she brought me in the hospital. And so to numb me up, the doctor just tried regular stitches. And he put 3 shots inside my cut to numb it up. Oh my God. That hurt worse than the cut. It hurt so bad because it's going inside a wound, But he had to do it. And it's finally numbed up, and he stitched me up, and I came home. My brother, who came home he said there was blood everywhere because I had dropped the knife, and it splattered everywhere. And like I said, we didn't have cell phones then, and we were too panicked to think of driving. No, he said, I honestly thought you guys were murdered because I didn't see nobody. I don't know what happened. I just saw the blood all over the refrigerator, all over the floor, all over. It was everywhere, he said. I didn't see it. I guess he cleaned it up. I don't know who cleaned it up, but I don't remember that part. So we were eating dinner, and I was like, I really don't feel good. So my mom said, okay, well, let's give you some soup. Because I said, yeah, I really don't even feel like eating, Mom. But she said, well, eat something. It's good for you to always eat something to get your energy back. So I tried to eat soup, and I'm like, Mom, I'm sorry. I can't eat anything. I'm just so nauseated. So I lay down, and I felt the same way as when I first cut myself. I was like, I felt like I was going to pass out. The room is spinning, felt nauseated, and I felt they had wrapped it up with ace bandage after they stitched it up. And I felt something wet again, warm and wet, and I looked, and he had busted open. So, oh, by the way, this video is maybe not, I should have warned you the first time that this video may not be for the faint of heart. Anyways, if you get grossed out easily, don't watch this video. I'll put a warning on this video when I post it on YouTube. So I went back to the hospital. So now the doctor said, you're going to have surgery. And like I said, he said I cut 3 nerves, halfway through the bone, some tendons and whatever. And he said, just like I said, not even half inch. Boop, it would have been totally gone if I had did any more. So, of course, they put me out. I had surgery. They had to repair it. And then when I woke up, I had a cast on. And I was in the hospital, I think about 3 days. I really don't remember. I think maybe 3 days. So they would sponge bathe me. I hated that. Because first of all, the hospitals are always cold. And they put a curtain around you, but still, you know, strangers bathing you is embarrassing. I mean, at 14, you're embarrassed. You don't want nobody looking at you, doing it, and bathing you like you're a baby. Even as I was doing, I had back surgery. I really didn't want people bathing, but I didn't feel as bad as that. You know, when teenagers, we don't like that more than adults. But anyways, after maybe second day or something, I started saying, because it's cold in the hospital, they have to keep it cold to keep the germs down. And so it'd be cold when they wash me. You know, they'd take off my gown and all that, and it's like, oh my god. And then I would only be allowed, at first I was only allowed to pee in a tray. The pee-pee tray, whatever you call that, at the hospital. Because they didn't want me to fall or anything like that. But after the second day, I'm like, come on, let me just use the regular toilet, because this is annoying. I was spilling it everywhere, knocking it everywhere, and they're trying to put it under me, and they weren't putting it under fast enough. And I was like, just let me go potty, please. I'll just be careful. And they had me calm every time, so that way I don't fall. This is because they were afraid I was going to fall, basically. And then, like I said, the second day, I said, hey, I want to just take a regular bath. I don't want to do the sponge bath anymore. It's very embarrassing. I don't like it. So they finally let me do that. But you know, I was not allowed to wet the cast at all. So I had to keep my cast out of the water and bathe myself with my right hand, because this is my left hand that this is on. I felt so bad. I had nobody at first, but then I did have a little girl roommate, and she spoke Spanish, so she didn't know any English, and she would cry. Oh, I felt so bad for this girl. She would cry. I wonder what's happening to her now. I don't know. Like I said, I have no idea. I don't know what her name was, but she would cry all the time. Her mom spoke both English and Spanish, but broken English, you know. She was doing a good job, so I'm not going to complain or I'm not making fun of her or anything. Just let you know. And she told me they couldn't afford a washer and dryer. So before washer and dryers, people would wash it on a board, scrub board. I'm sure you've seen this in the movies where they wash it on a scrub board, and then they put it through this machine wringer. You literally like do like this and push the thing, and it wrings it out like a press. Anyways, her whole arm got stuck in there, so it just smashed from hand all the way up to the shoulder, because it got stuck and just kept going. And so it broke about, I don't know, I guess every bone in her right arm. I don't really remember. But she was only there a couple of days, so she would just cry all the time. All the time, crying. She was in so much pain. Next thing I know, I came back from something, and I don't remember. So remember, this was when I was 14, so some details are a little fuzzy. But anyways, I said, hey, what happened to my friend? And the nurse said, well, she had to go to ICU because that's how bad it was, and she was in so much pain, so they put her in ICU. I don't know. Like I said, and then after that, I didn't have any more roommates. Of course, my mom, my dad, My sisters and my brother come to visit me. They wouldn't come in my room. They are very scared of or intimidated by the hospital. They didn't like hospitals. It's so funny how both of them grew up to be in the medical field. My brother no longer is in the medical field, but he was. And my sister's now RN, but she did not want to come in that room. She's, like I said, she said, I don't like it seeing you like that, and I don't like the germs, and I don't like hospitals, and that's just ironic, right? Anyways, so finally I get out, and I had to wear the cast for several weeks, and it was very hot, itchy, warm, and so people who didn't even like me, I was in school, sadly, I was bullied a lot. Of course, nobody should be bullied, but it's definitely worse now for bullying. People cyberbully you, and it's so much worse. People are killing themselves. I mean, that's another video, but so people who were really bullying me and weren't my friend, wouldn't talk to me, wouldn't do nothing. Suddenly, they're all wanting to sign my cast. And as soon as I took it off, they started bullying me and wouldn't talk to me again. But they asked me to sign. I thought, oh, okay, well, maybe they'll be my friend now. And after I took it off, I'm like, man, I sure wish I had right in the face with that cast. Busted her nose. So anyways, once I got it off, it was so funny because I don't know if you ever had a cast before, but you lose your muscles because you're not using that. I mean, you don't lose like atrophy, but it is slightly atrophied. It's hard to move, and it feels like rubber. Have you ever fell asleep on your arm and you get that numbness tingling? And it wasn't numb or tingling, but sometimes you get that weak feeling when you sleep on your arm or something funny, your leg funny. It was like that for a long time, and I had to retrain myself how to draw or hold a pencil or everything else, and doing exercises, everything else. And since it's shaped like a Z, I told people that, and they believe me. You might not know who this is, but look it up. This is movies, and the guy's name is Zorro. And what Zorro was is like a superhero. I don't know if it's based on a comic book. It might be. I have to look that up. Anyways, probably. Is a Spanish guy, and in Spain, and he fights the bad guys. He wears a mask and a hat, and he always has a fencing sword. But every time he always marks either the shirt with a Z or the building with a Z. Like, Zorro's been here, Zorro. I think in some movies he was maybe even a bad guy. I'm not sure. I know there was a TV show called Zorro, and I used to watch it. A lot of these TV shows, I was not around when they first came out. But because I like to watch old TV shows and movies, I've heard of them. And sometimes they would play them on these old movies and shows on Saturday after the cartoons were over. Like, for example, I would watch the Rascals. Of course, I was not around when the Rascals was first made. But I know who Little Rascals is, our gang, because they play that. Other stuff. And that's in the video, I guess. But anyway, so everybody knew who Zorro was. Like I said, if you don't know who that is, look it up. But I said, my doctor's name was Zorro. Don't you see? It says Z. It says Zorro. Z's for Zorro. And they're like, nuh-uh. I said, yes, hi, I'm serious. They were actually believe me. They believed me that it was Zorro. Anyways, I thought that would be an interesting story to tell about how I almost cut off my thumb. And it's fine now. The only thing is, if I hit it, like, right here, where it was cut the worst, right there, that's kind of, okay, let me put this down. Hopefully I don't, okay, let me do like this, okay, guys? Anyways, if I hit right here, where I really cut the worst, oh my gosh, it hurts so bad. It's like a tingling feeling, and it hurts so bad. I mean, I guess it hurts wherever you hit it, but especially there, it's like when it tingles, and yeah, it's bad if I hit it there. But I have plenty of dexterity, It was still a little sensitive when I bend it. Actually, I just noticed. Feels a little sensitive. Doesn't hurt, but it's like sensitive. It feels a little strained, a little weird than if I wave my other hands or even my other thumb. So, anyways, that's my story. So, kids, if you're trying to make clothes for your dolls, you just buy them or use scissors. Do not use a butcher like me because it could have been so much worse. Thanks for watching and have a great day.